what I like about going to hell and back is there's quite the change when you get back, like when you elevate and, you say, well, I'm staying buoyant. So pardon me while I'm in the thick of burning in hell. And it's just a time when sometimes you just have to stand away, you have to stand back away from some things. You have to reassess, like, okay, fuck, what's going on? Well, no, there's something going on, and I think it's not fully up to me um, to um, to to initiate things, and so I have to be sure to stay out of hell. That's all. And where's hell? Hell box. The mind and Antichrist are here to stay. You have to identify it, and then once you see that its nature, it dissolves, and what's left? God. In case people are confused about what God is reality. Also, the experience that you will be having is the truth within reality. I say it rises and falls. Ultimately, it does. I mean, if you think about, well, everything's going to be turning to dust here, it's like, okay. um, um, so getting back to, I don't know why I'm making this video except for apologizing the way that I'm looking. I live alone in the mountains, and I'm kind of a loner and a half. And I just like it because, talk about going to hell. One of these days, I feel it coming because talking to my astrological buddies that I'm accumulating, which are 2 people. I'm excited. Um, Uranus in Taurus will be inching up on my Venus in Virgo at 23 degrees, and I happen to have 5 planets under Venetian rulership, which is my Libra, which I'm just packed with my music. Let's just say music, but lately it's been opening up into really what is music. It's my teacher, and it's pointing at the infinite. It's pointing at God, and there's a way to start communicating in metaphors back and forth, getting back to just, I know, yes, astrologically it's coming for us Libras. Libra rules music, and I associate it with self-organization, natural, like conscious self-organization. It's self-conscious organization. Say that, I guess. The word consciousness is controversial to me because there's the unconscious mind, and then there's the conscious mind, and deep down we already know from 5,000 years ago that the unconscious mind, now I call it the unconscious mind, is more superior than the conscious mind. We are becoming conscious of the unconscious mind. None of them are any different than each other, except for one is not woken yet into consciousness. Like, imagine if you can bring to consciousness whatever it is that is automatic in your body, like the closing eyelid when it tries to get, a fly tries to get in there or something. You'll notice that somehow you knew to close, you didn't know, it's just the unconscious mind closed your eyelid. Boom, fly deflects off the eyelid, and all you can think is, whoa, I didn't mean to do that. One for me, I brought it up, I'm an Aries rising, Mars ruled, with Mars conjunct Pluto and the Sun. And then I claim that Venus is there at 23. The Sun is at 3 Libra, but it's kind of a wide orb, with the Sun. And so getting back to my Venus trine to, I mean, this is packed. This is my happiness. This is my creative ability. This is my ability. This is the thing I came to do, really. You don't play music since the age 3, really studying something about it. Really, it's just meditating. Something about meditation. I'm going to bring it all back. We got to do this, babes. And when Pluto goes into Aquarius and starts to trine in Aquarius, My 369 Libra is just going to refine. It's going to refine. People have seen the way that I can refine. I'm kind of a writer on Facebook, but when Pluto goes over my Mercury-Uranus conjunction, 2628, it's Uranus-Mercury, 2628, stations right in between. My brother, he goes into a mental institution. I kind of warned about it. I was like, whoa, babes, this, when it happens a year ago, it went into, a little less than a year ago, I think. It went to conjunct my Mercury Uranus conjunction, and it's just been complete upheaval. Not fun at all. What I'm looking at, I mean, Pluto tends to bring the truth of things, and it's so brutal. I'm grateful, but my mind is a disaster area. And well, getting back to the hell box, don't get it too attached to it. Luckily I'm in the mountains here, loving Mother Nature. This is like the final stretch. You advanced astrologers know what I'm talking about as far as this time frame that we're experiencing before this rush. Like, Pluto is now moving and going to just traipse right into Aquarius. Oh my God. Talk about, okay, now let's get back into the self-organizing system that I was talking about, how your unconscious mind is able to, you can play. There's a way that real life musicians, I heard Pam Gregory talk about it, a different way of being a musician. It's not academic and you're not looking at notes. No, that's not the way music ever came up. First, it comes up as sound, and then we start putting math to it, language, symbols that we can relate and say, because it is that precise. It is amazing. It is math. It's all math. So bringing back the self-organizing system, that Libra really is. Excuse my energy. It's I have been struggling alone here, and I shouldn't have to, but I'm an Aries rising. And we tend to try to be independent. We try to just say, oh, I'll get it myself. Boy, it's getting a little ridiculous, and I admit it, but maybe there's a reason, it's like, how do I navigate? How do I navigate all these planets in the seventh house? There's my chart where right there as my, anyway, I'm kind of excited about the new times. Okay, so getting back to, it's going to refine. Everybody's going to have a refining time, and they're being refined wherever Pluto is hitting them to death, for in general, my generation, how it's been in Capricorn, and I'm a Libra generation, and I'm a Libra, Sun, Pluto, Mars, Mercury, Uranus, stellium it's on my profile picture on YouTube. My brother is the same way. He has all these 5 planets in Libra, but he's a 6 degrees Libra rising. I'm a 6 degrees Aries rising. We're born 3 years apart. Isn't that a trip? Way to go, Mom! We're both 11s, too, in numerology. Anyway, getting back to trying to cram some information here. And because I would rather be more refined, of course, but getting back to how that I don't care, because when I pop up and I do something with my music, which I know how to put something up that just, I've got nothing but standing ovations. That's what I'm supposed to do. I love music in a way that when I do something, I make sure that somebody will go, oh, wait a minute. At very least, they get really inspired to maybe want to do that themselves. The kids love it. The live play is where it's at for me. But let me get back to, I'm just going to pop up one of these days with a fresh, brand new, highly creative, innovative thing. You can see that I just put some string together and some tin foil, and then now it's like this amazing, how did you create that one-man band kind of thing for people who can appreciate that kind of thing? Just to, really, it's the artistry of it, because it's coming up for me with the Neptune. It's already hitting very spiritual opposite, Neptune opposite my Venus and Virgo. It's about trying to understand something. Really, I'm doing this work because it happens to be, if anybody knows, it's like the Neptune right there in the 12th house, my 12th house, opposing my 6th house of career and stuff. I am so not, see, this is why I look so pasty, and I haven't had a full-on shower, warm shower. I so-called own property up in the mountains here, and I'm kind of sitting here waiting. Well, are people gonna like? Are we gonna get together? Well, I guess it's hard to get together with somebody like me who is going through major transformation in my life. That's all there is, and I have already um, invited people in. Like, to me, when I try it in person and even on Facebook and stuff, it's like, I'm a transformational guru, babe. The reason why you're standing in front of me is because you are also going through transformation, which is an easy thing to say, but no, really, I know me. I know me, and you need to know some deeper truths about our existential reality and our experience as experiencing just is, and you are an experiencer, and um nobody has the responsibility but you to dial in on that, man. Don't waste your time here, and get into astrology. Astrology is the only science behind that can it's the only real science that can point at all other possible sciences possibly ever to know, um, in our known universe. And so, talk about, like, are we lost? Well, I told you it points at it. Talk about, let's get into what is Antichrist, babe. Astrology is just a system of language and symbols that points at possibilities and things going on that are very real in our experiences here, if you're paying any attention at all to anything. There's got to be something, that's where it kind of gets people's interest. If anything, they're interested in their egos, and boy, that could be terrible. Because some astrological charts could say, like with me, babe, I am very prone to ego, right? I'm a Mars. This is not bad. I'm Mars ruled, Aries rising, and then I have Sun, Pluto, Mars conjunct over here with Pluto at 6 degrees opposing. What do you think? I am a terrible person. I don't even want to talk about it, but yes, no, everybody has their terrible parts, right? And what if you can transmute it and really burst through whatever darkness of the soul it brings upon you, being so hard upon yourself about it? What if that's actually something that somebody needs to hear? It's like, no, actually, this is what I see. Those oppositions and squares and hard aspects, that's all that is. It's just like, I see something more than just the average other person who might be sheltered away from it. And we help when they come to a little crook in their experience. It's like, what is this? Well, this is Pluto, babe. Please understand. Don't hang on a lot of the times, right? All of it is just basic. Don't hang on. Let go, man. Because, yeah. And so now the Neptune thing. Thanks for listening to all this. It's going to be going through. I've been dealing with the Neptune. It's like, that's why I haven't had a full shower. It's hard to get things into me with it opposing my Venus. I have done nothing but work all my life, and I've minded my own business. But now it's like, okay, what is this thing called asking for help? I'm really not doing that well as an Aries rising. I'm like, will you fucking help me? Because by then, babes, when an Aries, a heavy duty caliber Aries with Mars going on, a warrior, is asking for help, they are fucking down for the count, and you have no idea what they just been through. And now don't tell them to, just pick yourself up, would you please? And they'll fucking just grab you and, can you understand? And you just have to, if you're, it shouldn't even be happening to people that they get to that level of expression. But the Aries is very ballistic and warlike, and talk about self-destructive. Probably the worst. But everybody has that. That's probably not as obvious. Talk about the passive aggressive Libra rising. You know what I mean? He's like, well, I'll just bring you all down by what? Oh my God. Did you ever even talk about it? Venus, so soft and trying to smooth everything over, just for peace. Woo! You better start expressing yourself, babes. Happy Mars and Gemini.